Sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Dear meritorious children, once again you have joined with another episode in Mirror of Dhamma program. I think you all can remember last week we learned about how to be like water. Our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught us to be like water. And we learned and we listened to a nice story about our great Arahant Sariputta, how he became like water, how he lived like water. So today, I'm going to teach you another special thing. Now, last week I taught you that we can learn many things to our life, many good qualities to our life from this nature, children. There are so many things that we can see and we find in this nature. Those qualities, the qualities of those things can be gained to our life. If we practice those qualities to our life will be successful and we will have a meritorious life. So our great teacher Supreme Buddha sometimes take these qualities as similes for life to develop good qualities. So today I'm going to teach you how to be like a river. Now you all have seen rivers. There are so many rivers in this world. So today we are going to learn how to be like a river. Sometimes in life we should be like a river. When we be like a river, we can develop many qualities, good qualities in our life. So today we are going to learn how to be like a river. Before learning that, let's pay homage to our great teacher Supreme Buddha and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems. And after observing 5 precepts, let's learn how to be like a river. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, before observing 5 precepts, let's pay homage to the Supreme Buddha and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems. Say after me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. to observe 5 precepts. Say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, to rebirth in heaven, and to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say with me. My homage to Supreme Buddha. Buddha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, may all of our homage be to our Kalyana Mitta, our teacher who taught us this Gautama Buddha's Supreme Dhamma, to all of us, our Pinnat Loku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Dear meritorious children, as I said you before, today we are going to learn how to become a river. Now I think you all have seen rivers. There are so many rivers in this world. In Sri Lanka there are so many rivers. So river is something special that we find in this nature. Rivers have special qualities. Once our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught You should be like a river. And you should not be a cup of water. Now, when you consider about a cup of water, it contains a little amount of water. If you put water into a cup, it holds a very little amount of water. But if you consider a river, it has a huge amount of water. It flows a huge amount of water to the ocean. So, you cannot consider the amount of water in a cup to the amount of water in the river. So, it has big difference. Supreme Buddha said, you should make your heart, you should develop your mind to become a river, but not to become a cup of water. So, what is the difference between a cup of water and the river? Once our great teacher Supreme Buddha said, if a person puts a crystal of salt, if a person puts a salt crystal to the cup of water, and if he puts the same amount of salt to a river, the cup of water, the water in that cup will be salty quickly. Quickly it will become salty. Supreme Buddha said, suppose that a man were to drop a salt crystal into a small amount of water in a cup. The Supreme Buddha asked, what do you think? Would the water in the cup become salty because of that salt crystal? And it will become unfit to drink. So when you put, when you have leisure time, take a cup of water, put some water into that, and add a pinch of salt to that cup of water, and just taste it. So it will quickly become salty. It will give the salt taste because it contains very little amount of water in it. That is the reason. Same like that, our great teacher Supreme Buddha said, the undeveloped mind, a narrow mind is like a cup of water, children. So what is a narrow mind? Supreme Buddha said, you should not have a narrow mind. You should broaden your mind. You should make your mind a wide one, a big one. So how to do that, children? So if we had a narrow mind, the nature of a narrow mind or a tiny mind is when the defilements like anger, hatred, lust, desire, delusion comes into it, it quickly gets attached to that defilement. The defilement will overtake that mind quickly because it has not developed. Right? So that is same like a little cup of water. So when you put, the salt is like the defilement. When that defilement puts, or when that defilement comes into that mind, same like that little amount of water gets salty, this mind, the mind which is undeveloped or underdeveloped, it will become it will overtaken by the defilement. So, when the defilements like anger, hatred, desire, lust take place or take over our mind, we are controlled by our desires. We are controlled by our anger. We cannot control by ourselves, our emotions. Normally, children, Now think of when you are in anger, you cannot control yourself. Your body gets heats up and you cannot control your words, you cannot control your actions. So in that time, we are controlled by anger, that defilement. So same like that little cup of water which is got salt taste by a little amount of salt, if someone's mind is underdeveloped or if it is not developed, the defilements may take the control of that mind. So what is the nature of underdeveloped mind? Or what is the nature of the undeveloped mind, children? If someone gets angry quickly, without no reason, some people may get angry, right? For even little things, they may get angry. So the people who gets angry oftenly, they have undeveloped mind. If you get angry, then also you have an undeveloped mind, right? If you don't listen to your parents' advice, that means your mind is not developed. If you are lazy, that means your mind is not developed, right? If you are not focusing on your education, and if you like to have always fun, right, without educating, without learning, if you are giving up your education, that means you have undeveloped mind. You don't have the courage, right? And if you are poor at practicing the virtues, that means you have undeveloped mind. But fortunately, children, we can develop this mind. Although we have an undeveloped mind, we can develop it. Now the nature of an undeveloped mind is like a little cup of water which becomes salty with a pinch of salt. But Supreme Buddha said, do not become a cup of water. Be a river. Now when you consider about a river, it has a huge amount of water in it. Now suppose a man put a load of salt into that river. Can he make that water in that river salty? He never can make. If you put a huge amount of salt into the river, the water in that river will not be salty because it has a huge amount of water in it. It is very broad, it is very large, it is expansive. The nature of a developed mind is like a river, right? The nature of the developed mind is like a river. Same like the river does not get, the water in the river does not get salty if someone put large amount of salt into it. If we develop our mind by practicing virtues, right? By practicing precepts, by meditating, by practicing love and kindness, by practicing compassion, by developing the humbleness within ourselves. When you practice these good qualities, good human qualities, your mind will become a broadened one. Your mind will become a large mind. It's like a river. Supreme Buddha said, you should have a heart which is very big, expansive. So when you have a large heart, when you have a big heart, when you have a big mind, the defilements cannot take the control of your mind. When the defilements come to your mind, like anger, desire, hatred, when those defilements comes to your mind, they cannot control your mind, right? When you practice virtue, when you practice love and kindness especially, and when you practice humbleness, and if you have the courage, then the defilements cannot control you. Don't let defilements like anger, desire to control yourself, children. Be like a river. Same like the water in the river does not get salty, do not let the defilements to take the control of your mind. Practice kindness. Be kind always. Now, most of the time you hear you should be always kind, right? Normally the parents and all elders and Swamin Wahanses, they advise you to become kind always. Kindness, love, compassion, these qualities are the basic and most fundamental and very important qualities that you should develop in your mind, children. Without developing these qualities, the basic human qualities, you cannot attain, you cannot achieve many results in this way of Dhamma. So most of you like to become a god, or you like to go to heaven, right? Now all of us, most of the children would like to go to heaven, right? But before becoming a god, right, before becoming a deity, you should become a good human. First of all, you should become a good human. So how to become a good human? You should have a large heart like a river. You should be compassionate. If you are compassionate, you are thinking about others' situations. You are thinking about your parents' situations. You are being kind to them. You always listen to their advices. You never hurt them, right? If you live like that, children, you will become a good human. So the teachings of Dhamma, the Supreme Buddha, our great teacher Supreme Buddha teaches us, first of all, you should become a good human, right? Then after you can develop other human qualities, other qualities to become a god, to become a stream entrant, to become, to realize this Dhamma. For all these things, first of all, you need to develop good human qualities. So that's why Supreme Buddha said, you should become like a river. Your heart should be big. Your mind should be broadened. When you have a broad mind, when you have a big heart, you can practice kindness. You will never get angry by others' words, right? Sometimes, most of the times, we get angry by others' words. When they blame us, when they scold us, when they complain us, we get angry. That means we can be controlled by others. It's like pressing a button in the remote controller. Don't give your remote controller to others. Don't let others to control you. When they say bad words, when they yell at you, when they scream at you, when they blame you, don't change your emotions to anger. Practice kindness. If your heart is big, you will have the patience. Patience is a very important quality that you should develop in your mind. If you have the patience, you can win anything in your life, children. We need the patience. Most of the time, the younger generation does not have patience. So always, we should be patient, we should be kind, we should be compassionate. These qualities are the fundamental, basic human qualities. So children, that is why our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught you should become a river. So we learned today how to become a river. So I wish you all, may all of you have the opportunity to make your heart, make your mind like a huge and wonderful river. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvan Saranai. Now children, we have come to the session of meditation. So today we are going to do a special meditation, and that is Marananusati meditation. We are going to contemplate on our death. So before getting started to the meditation, so sit in a relaxed position and make your body straight, make your shoulders relax, and make your mind relax, and gently close your eyes and listen to my voice. Children, today we are going to do Marananusati meditation. We are going to contemplate on our death. Listen to my voice very carefully. All living beings will face death. All gods, all humans, all beings who live in bad destinations will surely die one day. No one can escape from death. Everyone must face the death. In any moment, by any means, death may come to us. Beings may die in mother's womb, at the delivery, in the childhood, in youth, at the middle age, or in the old age. No one can predict their time of death. There's no specific age for the death. Poor people, wealthy people, well-educated people, non-educated people, people with immense power, and weak people, high caste people, low caste people, noble people, and people with low qualities, beautiful people, people with ugly faces, clever people, as well as stupid people are dying. There's no specific social status for death. Death may come to our life at night, in the evening, at afternoon, and in the morning. There's no specific time for death. Death may catch us at any time. There are many ways for the death. People die in road accidents, by fire, by food poisoning. People may die. People are dying by natural disasters, by stings of poisonous animals, by invisible forces, by diseases, by falling from heights, and so on. There are so many ways for the death to come to our life. There is no special moment for death. Even the noble personalities like Supreme Buddha, Arahants, passed away obeying to this ultimate truth of this world. Even if the noble people died then there is no way that I can escape from the death. This day will turn into night by decreasing my lifespan and bringing me towards the death. No one can assure whether they will be able to exhale the breath that was inhaled. At any moment, I may face the death. Death is the legacy for all living beings. Therefore, I must be diligent in developing wholesome practices to my life. I must be diligent in collecting merits to my life. I must put forth an undivided mindfulness and alertness for abandoning evil thoughts from my mind. I must be diligent in doing merits. Death is a common phenomena for all living beings. So I must be diligent in doing merits. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the session of good deeds where we watch and share the merits that has done by the children all around the world. So let's watch the merits that has done by the children and let's be happy with them and let's share the merits that has done by the children. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvan Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the good deeds session, where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name is Chamudi, and today I'm here with my brother Sinan.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Sinan, and today we will be watching the good deed done by Nalini Upasika.
Today's meritorious deed was done by Nalini Upasika. She has sent a marvelous presentation she has done. This presentation includes our great teachers who have helped us learn the Dhamma and lead us to Nibbana. So my dear Dhamma friends, we should pay homage to these great teachers who have worked hard to teach us the path to Nibbana. Let's see the presentation she sent.
Our great teachers. Our Supreme Buddha. Our Supreme Buddha was the one who taught us the Dhamma. Supreme Buddha was the one who found the path to Nibbana. The great Arahant Mahinda Thero. The great Arahant Mahinda Thero was the one who brought the excellent Dhamma to Sri Lanka. Our Lokun Swamin Wansa. Just as our Supreme Buddha preached the Dhamma, our Pinwath Loku Swamin Wansa preached the Dhamma to Sri Lankan Buddhists. Pinwath Loku Swamin Wansa created Mahameonawa monasteries, the Shraddha TV, Lakvidu Radio, and the Mirror of Dhamma program. Loku Swamin Wansa created the Shraddha TV and the Lakvidu Radio for people to listen to the Dhamma. Loku Swamin Wansa created the Mirror of Dhamma program for kids to learn the Dhamma. Loku Swamin Wansa told us to practice the path to Nibbana. So my dear Dhamma friends, we should pay homage to these great teachers who worked hard to teach us the path to Nibbana. We share merits with Loku Swamin Wansa, Mirror of Dhamma Swamin Wansa, and all the monks and the nuns all around the world. We also share merit with the children who practice the Dhamma. May you all realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, Sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Nalini Upasika for sending the marvelous presentation she has done. We should also do good deeds just like Nalini Upasika. Doing good deeds will help us escape this endless samsara. I hope all the other children will do the same to earn many merits to their lives. Many merits to Devanga Upasika for editing and voiceovering this beautiful presentation. We rejoice in your merit.
You can also create short 1 to 2 minute presentations or videos about any Dhamma topics or any meritorious deeds you have done. You can then send them to our email address. We can share them with the whole world and rejoice in that merit.
If you have any photos of any meritorious deeds you have done, you can send them to our email address which will appear on the screen. We will all rejoice in your good deeds and we can share them with the whole world.
Today we watched many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also have the opportunity to do more meritorious deeds and send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in all your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in your good deeds as well. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Do you know who is a Brahmin according to the great teacher Supreme Buddha? All beings tremble at violence. Life is dear to all.
Our Supreme Buddha said to the monks, human life is very rare. Our life's like a cow being led to the slaughterhouse.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the world news and with this great message session, where we read the news that happen around the world and what lessons we can learn from these news according to the Supreme Buddha's teachings. My name is Chamudi and today I'm here with my brother Sanat. Do you know who is a Brahmin according to the great teacher Supreme Buddha? The person who has given up violence towards beings, both fearless and fearful, who neither kills nor influences others to kill him. Such a person is called a Brahmin. Wildlife officials were quick to arrive at the scene after the homeowner called the police. But the footage from a local network showed the authorities struggling to capture the reptile as it spun around, in full view of residents who had gathered, to avoid being caught. Sri Lanka is known to have crocodiles in its waterways and irrigation tanks in villages and cities. The restive crocodile was finally caught and later released at the nearby Minneria National Park. All beings tremble at violence. Life is dear to all. Putting yourself in the place of another, do not kill or influence others to kill. From previous episodes, we learned about the type of action or karma that leads to someone having a short life or a long life. Do you know what that is? The Supreme Buddha saw directly with his own mind that when we kill living beings, in the future we will have a short life. And if we give up killing, then that results in having a long life. When we keep the precepts, we can be happy knowing that by observing the first precept, we are helping ourselves to have a long life. Foolish people waste their whole lives doing useless things. They forget the Dhamma practice. Therefore, my dear Dhamma friends, do not be a foolish person. Be a wise person and guard this diligent Dhamma practice like someone protecting a great treasure.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Sanat. Our Supreme Buddha said to the monks, human life is very rare. Do you know how rare it is according to the Buddha's teachings? Suppose the earth was entirely covered with water, and a person threw a yoke with a single hole into it. The east wind drives it west. The west wind drives it east. The north wind drives it south. And the south wind drives it north. And there was a one-eyed turtle who popped up once every 100 years. Would this one-eyed turtle, popping up once every 100 years, still poke its neck through the hole in that yolk? That's how unlikely human birth is. Australian leaders will hold an emergency meeting on Monday after a spike in COVID infections. An outbreak in Sydney linked to the highly contagious Delta variant has grown to 128 cases. Cases have also been recorded in the Northern Territory, Queensland, and Western Australia. Officials say it is a critical time for the country, which has kept case numbers low with border closures and lockdowns. This is the first time in months that cases have emerged in multiple parts of the country at the same time. I think we're entering a new phase of this pandemic with the more contagious Delta strain, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg told ABC News on Monday. The escalation in COVID infections has prompted lockdowns in the cities of Sydney and Darwin, as well as restrictions across 4 states. Our life's like a cow being led to the slaughterhouse. With each step, she comes closer to the butcher, closer to death. In this way, life as a human is like a cow being led to the slaughterhouse. It's short, brief, and goes by quickly, and is full of pain and suffering. Think about this and wake up. Therefore, my dear Dhamma friends, do not waste this rare human life. Do what's good and live the spiritual life, for no one born can escape death. We will see you all next week. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, now we are going to chant Paritta. So today we are going to chant Angulimala Paritta. So take out the book of Pali English, Paritta chanting book, and turn to page 171. That's where we find Angulimala Paritta. So let's chant Angulimala Paritta today. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Chant with me. Parittang yang bhanantassa nisinnathana dhovanang udakampi vinaseti sabbameva parissayam sottinagabha vutthanang yancha sadheti tang khane Therasangulimalassa lokanatena bhasitam kappathai mahatejang parittang tang bhanamahe. Even the water that is used to wash the seed which Arahant Angulimala sat on, and recited this paritta, that water can end all sufferings. If a pregnant mother suffers from any pain, she will be well and be strong enough to stand instantly. Now we shall recite that very powerful paritta taught by the Buddha to Arahant Angulimala, which will hold its power for an eon. Yato hang bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabhijanami sanchicha panang jivita voropeta tena sachena sotti te hotu sotti gabbasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth, which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on, I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth, may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Yato hang bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabijanami sanchicha panang jivita voropeta tena sachena sothite hotu sothi gabbasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth, which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on, I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth, may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Yato hang bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabhijanami sanchicha panang jivita voropeta tena sachena sotti te hotu sotti gabbasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth, which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on, I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth, may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Etena sachena suvati hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have come to the end of Mirror of Dhamma program, children. It is the time for sharing merits. So today we collected lots of merit by paying homage to the Supreme Buddha and by going refuge to the Supreme Buddha and observing 5 precepts and listening to Dhamma, doing meditations and recalling and sharing the merits that has done by children. So today we collected lots of merits. So, let us share these merits. So, first of all, let us share the merits that we gained today with all the gods who protect the Gautama Buddha's dispensation. May all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, and may they protect all the children who join to the Mirror of Dhamma program, and may all the gods realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let us share all the merits with all the departed relatives of all of us. May all the departed relatives rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they live a happy life, and may they escape from this samsara as soon as possible. And let us share all the merits that we have collected today with our Pinot Loku Swamin Vahanse, who showed the Gautama Buddha's supreme Dhamma to us, and with the all monks and the nuns of all around the world and Mahamevanawa monasteries. May Mahasangha rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they live a happy life, and may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let us share all the merits with our parents and teachers and Dhamma teachers, Dhamma friends. May all of them rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they live a happy life, and may all of their good hopes become true, and may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, let us share all the merits with all the children who join to the Mirror of Dhamma program. May all of you rejoice in this merit, and may you be well and happy, may you live long, may you live a happy life, and may your education become successful, and may all of your good hopes become true, and may all of you realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now it is the time to wind up the Mirror of Dhamma program. So hope you enjoy this program today. Let's meet in the next week with another wonderful teaching of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. So finally, I wish you all, may all of you realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Teruvan Saranai.